What is up, everybody? Welcome to a live Reezy Resells broadcast. This is going to be a live AMA. That stands for Ask Me Anything. So if you guys have any questions about reselling in any form, eBay, Amazon, books, retail arbitrage, even social media questions, or if you guys have questions just about what I've been up to with bulk books or how the trip was with Gary Vee or the CBS news coverage, any of that stuff, I am happy to answer any of your guys' questions. Shout out to FBA UK, Sheikh Luga, Jonathan Cortez, Concrete Statues, Zenglial the Gamer, Christian. What's up, guys? This is Reezytalks episode 99. I'm going to make a coffee real quick while I wait for you guys to show up. But go ahead and start putting questions in the chat, and I will welcome you guys as you show up. This is my espresso machine. Let me see if I can lower the shot a little bit. There you go. I might have to duck a little bit. It's all right. I'm 5'3". All right, quick espresso, and then we'll catch up. Signed up for the contest. Hell yeah, Will. Hell yeah. That's what's up. How many people signed up for the contest? I want to know how many of you guys have signed up for the 100 scanner giveaway. Make sure you guys go to Reezytalks.com. Shout out if you know what that means. And sign up for the scanner giveaway. Don't sign up more than once. If you sign up more than once and they detect shenanigans, you're going to get booted out of the contest. So we have over 1,000 signups right now. FBA UK, what was the cost landed of the 44,000 books? We paid $2,660.90, and then we paid just under $300 to have them shipped about an hour. Real quick, let me get this coffee going because you know these AMAs run on coffee, right? So 2 seconds, guys. I also wanted to share my espresso machine with you guys. I haven't really made a lot of YouTube content at all on this channel to do with coffee, and I think it's an important subject. Coffee is delicious. Doesn't entrepreneurship run on coffee? So make yourself some good fucking coffee. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Oh, snaps. I wish you guys could see that. Can you zoom on YouTube? Oh, you can. Oh, shit, you can. Oh, shit. We zoom in. Computer, stop. All right. All right, now that we're about to be caffeinated, aka caffeinated, I guess caffeinated could mean something else. All right, so you gotta stir your Spro, then you gotta bang it back. Good morning to all of you guys. Oh, delicious espresso. Good. Shout out to everybody that showed up, and extra shout out to the people that smashed the like button. 92 people watching and only 18 people have smashed the like button. I know you guys like me more than that. You must have forgot about a like button. You're like, oh shit, there is a like button. Let me go press that. How many grams of coffee are in the hopper? I have no idea because I just keep it full all the time. But we do about 20 grams in-ish, 20 to 22. It's on a timer. So as long as the coffee's fresh, it should be pretty similar. Sorry for the shakiness. I gotta quit touching the screen. Hey man, does it pay to check books for first edition, first print? Yes, it definitely does. So do yourself a favor and go look up on eBay Harry Potter first edition. So it's very likely if you don't look up for first edition, first printing, you've probably sold a first edition, first printing Harry Potter for like a few bucks when you should have sold it for, 50 or 100 or a couple hundred. I'm completely out of touch, but with that book, there's first edition, first printing UK and America. Regardless, collectors want first edition, first print, so you should always check. But go look that up on eBay and see how much money you've been missing out on. What's good, Timmy Trillfigure? I like that name. Gate City Picker, first time catching you live. Welcome, thank you. If you guys have any questions, like, let me know. Even if you don't have reselling questions, if you just want to know what I've been up to, how New York was, all that stuff. Any of those are valid questions. Oh, I hate this. So I have a microphone. Does the sound good, guys? Right now I'm using the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus plugged into my iPhone 11 Pro. So this is actually live streaming from the iPhone 11 Pro front-facing camera with the Rode Video Mic Pro Plus plugged in. So the sound should be pretty crispy. New York was freaking cold, Mike. Leave it to the California boy to forget his jacket. Shout out my man Logan Tremelin for bringing me a jacket, which actually was a Amazon Basics brand jacket, a $40 North Face clone, light and warm as shit. Hey man, been following you for a bit. Can you give recommendations on reselling when working a full-time job? Yeah, totally, great. So you might want to break it down for me a little more so that I can provide more specific value to you on your exact situation. But obviously you have to do your reselling job when you're not at work, right? So that means getting up early or staying up late, opposite of your work schedule. But depending on how much of an asset you are where you work, you might be able to adjust your work schedule to make it better for you to do your reselling on the side. Whether you have your 2 days off split and you can get them together, or they're not on the weekend and you need them to be on the weekend so you can go garage sailing, or you need to work, the evening shift on the weekends, so on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, so that you can go garage sailing in the morning. It's very, very important. Also, if you happen to be so lucky as to have a job where you can be on your computer or on your phone and you basically don't have a lot of responsibilities, you should be using that time to educate yourself and to look up stuff to buy and maybe even to list the stuff that you've already purchased. So if you have free time at work, don't just play games on your phone. Don't just waste your time. You could draft all of your listings for eBay, for example, at home, and then in your free time at work, you could be posting the drafts. You see what I'm saying? So shift your workload to wherever works best for you. And if you can make money while someone else is paying you to basically sit at work, that's a killer thing. Look up stuff to buy where. So check it out. Craigslist, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Letgo, Freecycle, Nextdoor, newspaper classifieds, estatesales.net, anywhere that you guys can buy stuff, you should be looking it up. But specifically these local markets, the reason most people sell on the local markets is because they don't know how to sell online, or they can't be asked to deal with it. I love using UK slang. I guess they say arsed. They can't be arsed to deal with it. But yeah, so that's your advantage. Go on OfferUp, go on Letgo, go on Craigslist and look for these certain things. Look for Sony plus new. Look for printer plus new. These are all the low-hanging fruit, guys. You will find brand new shit, and then you'll just look it up on eBay and be like, damn, that's an HP 7522 Dingerlinger. And it's going to be worth, I don't know why I said Dingerlinger, but anyways, it's going to be worth a lot. You did not see this shirt at Goodwill. This is the Reezy's Follow the Hustle. If you see this shirt at Goodwill, I'm sad because I haven't shown that many. What's your take on the ASD show in Vegas? So I don't do wholesale, but if you do wholesale, you should definitely go. You can meet a lot of wholesalers all in one room, very efficient, and you get to make that face-to-face connection, right? So if you're just calling someone or emailing them, it's like whatever. But if you show up and you got your suit on and you're shaking hands, or whatever the company is, maybe it's a skateboard company, so that wouldn't be the best approach with the suit and tie. Someone like me who is actually a skater and came up and you're obviously a skater, probably would have a better time making that relationship than a straight cold business. You feel me? So there's a lot of benefits to going to trade shows like that, not just meeting a lot of people all at once, but just the difference from the face-to-face connection versus the internet or the telephone, or you know what I mean, email, telephone. Mini Marzi, what is your question? I'll go up and look for it. Let me go look for it. Just type it again so that I can find it, because it's a little bit easier. Gate City Picker says, I have a bone to pick with you. My wife now wants to buy Gaylords of books because she saw your last video. Thanks. I got some research to do for happy wife, happy life. Hey, make sure you tell your wife it's a raisin cookie. So out of those 44,000 books that we bought, those were actually done over 2 weeks ago, by the way. YouTube's behind real life, guys. Editing takes time, surprise. Out of those 44,000 books, we only pulled 2,200 for FBA with an average profit of $3.10. Now, we weren't pulling books for merchant fulfilled profit yet. We didn't have it figured out, which is $0 to $2 profit, low margin profit MF books. And that doesn't count the books that we sold to the buyback companies. And that also doesn't count all the very nice, good condition books we have left for ourselves to sell at our own book sale. So just let them know it's a raisin cookie, right? It's definitely not a chocolate chip with, magic chocolate inside. Those are the best Keebler Elf cookies ever. Not EL fudge. I'm talking like it looks like a chocolate chip, but you bite it and it has like chocolate in. Oh my God, so good. Mini Marzi 12 says, yo, she didn't say yo, I just made that up. I'm 16 years old and I love your videos. I want to do what you do, but my parents aren't so sure about it yet. Any suggestions? Yes. So great. I love to help people that are minors, younger people. They just deserve a little bit extra attention. So check it out, Marzi. You need the blessing of your parents, but don't let them hold you back. So like before you get their full permission to start selling stuff, go out and start buying stuff. Cheap stuff, yard sales, garage sales, flea markets, thrift stores, used stuff, a quarter to, to $10 type stuff, $1 to $10 type stuff. And spend, maybe $20 of your own hard-earned money and then bring it to your parents and show them the hard evidence. Okay, look, Mom, Dad, I bought this for $1, and you can see here on the eBay completed sales that it's sold for $20 10 times in the last month. And you can even look at the completed, not just the sold. That way you can see, look, it always sells. And then that's very important for you to understand thin versus thick market. Not that I'm going to explain it right here, but bring your parents the empirical evidence. I think I used that word the right way. Let me know if I used empirical properly or not, because I dropped out of high school in 10th grade, so didn't get all that book learning I should have done. But the point is, just show them that you're determined and that you want to do it and that you already have skin in the game, and they should support you. You will learn so much. I promise you, in a few years of being an online seller, you're basically going to get an MBA. Promise you. So just be positive and just start doing it. Start doing what you can without waiting for them, and then just show them. Look, we're doing it. I'm from Ireland, so there are no Goodwills or any of that stuff. We also have no yard sales or garage sales. The only way I would get stuff is from charity shops. So, okay, the plot thickens. Marzi, do you guys have car boot sales? I know in the UK, I'm not super in touch with the secondhand market outside of the US, but I know in the UK they do car boot sales. Do you guys have car boot sales? Because if you do, you need to figure out where the car boot sales are. And as far as the charity shops goes, that's a good angle, but make sure that you can become friends with the charity shops. So don't just go to the charity shops like everybody else. Lots of people watch my content or other reselling stuff. They go in there, they buy their stuff, and they dip out, and they're just like customers, and they're kind of weird. You know what I mean? Be helpful when you're in the store. Make the store cleaner than it was before you got there. You know what I mean? If there's a mess, stop, pick it up. Definitely don't leave a mess. Smile. Be nice. Do whatever you can do that's like appropriate for your culture and the people that you're dealing with in the store to become more than just a customer. Be their friends, be helpful, provide value. You could definitely get it to where they text you or WhatsApp you or whatever you guys use in Ireland to let you know when the new stuff is coming out, okay? So just got to hit it hard. And there is, what else is there? There's not Craigslist for you guys over in Ireland, but you have something similar to Craigslist, right? Something similar to Craigslist. Let's see. Estate sales in Ireland. I would assume so, right? Like, what happens when someone dies? The families don't sell all the stuff, right? They hire a company to run the estate sale. New price is amazing. So I used it once. Looks great. Haven't had a lot of time to drill into it. To be fully honest, I'm super busy with life, and the bulk book thing is just taking up a ton, and I've just been on a crazy last week myself, so I haven't had a lot of time to drill down into it, but I do love the idea of a one-time annual fee. Got it for really cheap too, because I got the the beginning price or whatever. And I just love the idea of managing it from on your computer with your own computer speed. And it's just way better than manage inventory. Everybody knows manage inventory sucks. Not available in Europe yet. It should be soon. Can you make money by selling bulk books for low prices on Amazon? Is that your plan with the Gaylords? How does that work? Sell them to where you make money. It's pretty simple. Our average profit is $3.10. I just sold an item on eBay. A little $13 remote control sale. Pro tip, guys, remote controls are worth money. So if you find remote controls, they're usually like $1 at yard sales or $0.25. They're very cheap. You can buy them by the pound sometimes. Certain ones are worth more. So you could look them all up. They all have model numbers, very easy. But pay special attention to audio remotes. So like disc changers, home stereo systems, home CD players, all of these types of stuff. And then like weird remote controls for fancy televisions where universal remote controls don't work so well, okay? Those are the ones that are desirable. I don't know the full recipe, but they have model numbers, so it's super easy to look up. And no, Timmy, it's not an espresso maker, it's an espresso maker. Will said he just sold a remote control for 17. Hell yeah. Richie says, do you guys even watch the video? Hey, Richie, take it easy, bro. I gained like 4,000 subscribers in the last 5 days, so there's a lot of new people. So back here, guys, if you're wondering, this is my espresso machine, custom. Can't really, let me pan it down. Super duper custom, Spro Bros, Nintendo espresso machine. Any advice for someone on a fixed income getting into reselling or retail arbitrage? I am so sorry about the shakiness, guys. The mic is on like an extendoid, and every time I touch the screen, it kind of wobbles back and forth. I'm sorry. So if you're on a fixed income, great question. You want to check out the free section, Craigslist, free section, another website called Freecycle. Also, you want to tell everybody you know, friends and family, that means probably make a Facebook post that says, hey, friends and family, I'm reselling now used items on eBay, so I am now your Goodwill, right? So, hey, friends, I'm your Goodwill. Don't take your donations to the Goodwill. I will gladly accept them. Do you know what I mean? So this is how you're going to get free stuff. People don't donate to the Goodwill because they love the Goodwill. People donate to Goodwill because it's the convenient dump. So if you tell your friends and family that you'll take the stuff from them, they're obviously going to give it to you unless you're a complete ass. So hopefully you're not a complete ass, or that strategy is just not going to work for you. If you don't have friends, make some friends. Make some friends. But just pay attention to Freecycle, to the free section on Craigslist. There's a lot of ways you guys can get free items. When you're driving around town and you see a free pile, pull over to that yard and pull stuff out of it. My UPS guy is a reseller, and he consistently makes good money, and he only sources from free piles. While he's driving his UPS truck around, oh shit, free pile, hits the free pile, pulls it into the truck, looks it up later when he gets home, and he's getting money. Trust me, guys, even a crackhead finds a way. Even a crackhead finds a way. Don't be out hustled by a crackhead. Got it? I'm telling you, if that ain't, you know what I mean, motivational, I don't know what is. For your consignment business, when I send you CDs, should I replace the CD jewel, or is it okay if it's scuffed up a bit? Also, do you accept video games? So we do video games, CDs, DVDs, and books. And I'll be fully honest with you guys, we don't have all of the fee structures planned out yet. What I do know is that if you send me a disc and we have to resurface it for you, and that's our decision because I'm not going to send in a scratch disc on my account to get a bad feedback. We're going to charge $1 for resurfacing a disc. And your question is a great question. I didn't figure that out yet about CD cases. You know what? For now, I'll probably replace them myself because we have thousands and thousands of brand new CD cases to replace. Way more, you know, we bought like a year supply. So for now, we'll probably do that. If people keep sending me, you know, hundreds of CDs and DVDs that we have to replace and it takes a lot of work, we'll probably have to make a new rule and maybe make a new charge. But we will figure it out. Let's see. Hey, I've just started and sold a few books, but what's the benefit of the buy box? Okay, Norjardim. So the buy box, check it out. When you are on Amazon, on the product detail page, like you're just looking at the thing you want to buy, if you click buy, like the one button on the main page, buy, the offer that you buy is in the buy box, okay? So the buy box is the position, is the seller who is going to sell their item when the next customer clicks buy from the main page. The other offers are available, but you have to click used and other new offers and then go look at them and see all the offers. That's called the offers page. But if you buy from the product detail page, buy, that's the buy box. And you want to be in the buy box because that's where most sales come from. So if you do not have the ability to have the buy box because you're not a pro merchant, or because you haven't earned it yet as a bookseller, you're definitely not making as many sales as you could if you had the buy box. Definitely want to learn about the buy box. There's a company called Feedvisor, Fedvisor. Every single year they make a document called the buy box Bible. I believe that's what it's called. It's all the same, basically. Read any of them. 2019, 2018, 2017. Just go read that. That's the manifesto for the buy box. Everything you need to know about the buy box is there. Kevin, yes, we are doing consignment. So if you have items that are restricted for you, or you just gave up on Amazon, or you have stranded items or whatever, you can send them to us. We'll process them, sell them, manage pricing, inventory, and cut you a check. If you're interested in that, go to reezy.biz, reezy.biz. We might come up with a better name, but for now, we're rolling with that. What Amazon barcode scanner app do you use? So I use Scout IQ, but you can use the Amazon seller app. It's free as long as you have an Amazon seller account, but you only get the camera on your phone. You know, you're not going to be able to use your barcode scanner. I mean, you kind of could, but it's not made for that, right? Let's see. Do you use the Amazon scan app? I think it's a bit weird and disrespectful to if I take my phone out and just scanning items in a charity shop. I don't think so, Marzi. And you got to get over that feeling because you're going to be doing that every single day. That is the key to retail arbitrage, to finding books in a store. There's nothing wrong with that. If anyone asks you what you're doing, you can literally just say, I'm checking prices to make sure I get a good deal. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know about in other countries, but in America, there's a law that says it's illegal to stop consumers from comparing prices. So they can't stop you. Like, it's illegal to stop you from comparing prices. It's like collusion or something. Probably not collusion. Warning, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll just make some shit up sometimes. You got to keep the flow going. How to scale effectively to increase sales consistently? Okay, Brandon, so you want to increase sales, you need more books. You need to process more books faster. So anything you can do, get more books, process them faster, price more aggressively. Some of these are subjective based on whether or not you can hold out. Do you need the money now? Would you rather have a quarter now or $1 in 3 months? You know what I mean? Would you rather have 25,000 now or 100,000 in 3 months? You know what I mean? So that's subjective based on your situation, but you'll figure it out. Whoa, but now at every book sale, I go to the host and openly say, what do I do? Hold on, let's see. But now at every book sale I go to, the host and openly say what I do, even at garage sales. I don't understand what that comment is. What's a goal you have for 2020? How do you personally pick a business partner or someone to learn from? So, a goal that I have for 2020 is to buy a house, okay? A multi-door dwelling. And I want to Airbnb out or rent out or whatever. I'm getting into realty 2020. The poorest kid from the fucking gutter is going to buy a fat-ass fucking house in California on the coast. Promise that. 2020. Also, maybe getting on the Ellen Show. I don't know if that'll happen this year, but I'm speaking it into existence. I will be on the Ellen Show. You'll see it. Who saw me on CBS? Who saw me on Gary V? I mean, Gary V on my show. And I was on Gary's show last year. And I spoke all that shit into existence. This whole speaking shit into existence is definitely real. What would be a good or average sell-through rate? About 1% a day, Red. 1% a day. About 10% a month, I think, something like that. What discounted apps are still available to run FBA? I don't really understand that question. So I was on CBS National News. Last week. They filmed it about 6 months ago. And man, how bummer is this? I just got a cancellation request for that remote control that I sold earlier in this broadcast. The life of an entrepreneur. You go up, you go down. You go up, I'm going to quit. I'm going to make it. I'm going to quit. Let's see. Reezy, are you into automation? Where are you at on your journey of having your business run without you? Is it a goal of yours? So, Kevin, as far as I have a couple businesses, right? There's Reezy Resells, and then there's my Mike Resendez sells on Amazon, right? And so for the consignment, for example, I do hope to get that fairly automated to where it doesn't take any input from me at all. And for the bulk book operation as well, I would like to just be involved with overseeing numbers, maybe managing a little bit of employees and arranging, doing negotiations, phone calls, setting up new truckloads, etc. But that's going to be a ways out. Like, I can't even afford to pay myself for the bulk book business yet. I think it's going to be at least 6 months until I can start paying myself from the bulk book business. Hopefully sooner, but originally I was planning to back off around, 6 months. I'm not sure we'll be able to make it there. That's kind of the loose goal, is to kind of be less hands-off and not have to do a ton of work inside the warehouse within 6 months, but I'm not exactly sure it's going to get there, right? So currently, I'm not paying myself, and we can't afford to bring on the 4 full staff members we need to process 44,000 books a week, right? So because we have to pay $15 an hour labor starting wage in California, because that's what McDonald's pays, it's about $480 a day for every full day of labor, and there's 20 work days in a month, so it's basically $10,000 a month in labor. And if you look at what sell-through rate, 10% sell-through rate per month per truckload, the average is going to take almost a year to sell through each truckload. So the snowball has to grow, and it's all about, can we endure the costs till the snowball grows big enough, and how creative can we get with monetizing different books. Like, one thing we're really struggling with right now is, do we sell these for a quarter now or for $1 3 months from now? And I think the answer is $1 3 months from now, as long as you can hold out long enough to get that. You know what I mean? Is it worth to scale up and hire employees, or stay smaller but keep all the profits? So, great question, Stefan. And you'll know the answer as soon as this happens. You'll be doing some kind of work like listing or packing orders, and you'll miss a book sale, for example. You'll miss a clearance sale. You'll miss a auction that you couldn't go to because you're at home packing orders, something someone else couldn't do. And in the reselling business, you make your money when you buy. And if you can't buy, you're losing money. So at that point in time, you could have made more money if you would have had an employee doing that for $10, $15 an hour, and then you could have went out and bought more. But there's something to be said about doing the work yourself, not having employees. The more employees you get, then you need a manager. You have to manage employees, scheduling, blah, 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 Slack chats or whatever. So to each his own, but I didn't do this to create a job for myself. So if you just want to create a job for yourself, more power to you. It's a great job. You can work on your own time. But I always have the goal in mind to live my life. And for me, I want to do this. I love doing this. I like reselling. It's a lot better than digging a hole in the ground. Don't fucking get me wrong. But inspiring people, creating videos, being stupid on Twitter and Instagram, that's the type of shit that I like to do. And if I can help people and make a living doing this, like, I gotta do it. You know what I mean? It's just better for my family. Shout out to Carol. Thank you so much for the $20 super chat. I'm going to have to tell Rosa that we're going out to lunch. Thank you so much. Stephanie said maybe you can get volunteers to help the biz in exchange for learning from you. I have thought about that. If you guys are near where I live, which is Watsonville, California, or that's where the warehouse is, send me an email, reezyresells@gmail.com, and let me know how much time you're willing to pledge to help us get work done in the warehouse in exchange for me teaching you while we're there. How you doing, Thomas? I'm doing good. Hey, from Louisiana. What's up, Rhino? Nate says, from watching your videos, I've got into reselling and merch, and now I'm going to start a podcast, YouTube. Thanks for the motivation. Hell yeah, Nate. Get it. There's literally no difference between anybody who's getting it on the internet, whether you're reselling or YouTube or podcast or internet marketing, and the guys that are like working at the restaurant that I went to last night and act like they don't know the internet exists, except for they're just ignorant. And if you're not ignorant, if I can enlighten you and you can realize this, then there's no reason why that guy gets to be an internet marketer making, $3,000 or $5,000 a month and you don't. You know what I mean? You can definitely figure this shit out. It's not rocket science. The thing is you just got to get in front of the camera and not be afraid to it. I actually heard a crazy statistic the other day. Someone told me that over half of all big YouTubers are skateboarders or were skateboarders. And that makes a lot of sense to me because skateboarding is based around video cameras and filming, and we've been doing this shit, right? So get the camera, press the red button, don't be afraid of what happens, learn, grow, continue, repeat, and so on. It's not just for the people that are doing it, it's for you too. You just have to do it, you know what I mean? That's a long commute from North Carolina. Timmy Trillfigure says, what's up with the starter kit giveaway? So the starter kit giveaway, the giveaway is still in play. Go to Reezytalks.com to sign up for the giveaway. We're going to give away 100 reseller starter kits, each one worth $580, which makes it a frickin' $58,000 giveaway, which is insane. Insane, right? So you're going to get an Opticon Bluetooth scanner. You're going to get 3 months of Scout IQ. You're going to get 3 months of Exceller List. You're going to get access to the Book Flipper University, which is bookseller training. And you're going to get a t-shirt that it's a Nike parody and just says, just scan it. Not to mention, you're going to get some amazing limited edition collectible Reezy artwork done by none other than ReArtEd. Reezy, would you recommend a beginner get started with RA in Q4 or wait until Q1? There's no point for you to wait, but you need to understand that right now prices are extremely cheap and for us to buy in stores, and then extremely high for the market online, at least for good products. And as soon as the holidays are over, or as soon as like halfway through January, when everyone spends all their gift cards from Christmas, the buying volume is going to drop considerably. So the only thing I want you to worry about if you start right now is be hyper aware that the activity is all increased right now, and don't get depressed in, January 15th and in February when the buying volume goes down, right? Understand that other things sell better in January and February, like anything to do with like lifestyle and working out. Everybody's on their New Year's resolution. Anything Whole30 is going to sell like hotcakes, workout equipment, you know what I mean? Blenders, like all this stuff that people are doing to get on them new year, new me, like type shit. That's what's going to sell. But just, if you're not like cognizant of that, you're going to have post-Christmas depression. You know what I mean? It's like booksellers. I call it the PTSD is post-textbook season depression, right? So just be aware of that if you start in that time that buying volume is seasonal. Illinois Picker says, I don't worry about the buying volume. Instead, I sell things that people need every day and all year. That is a retarded statement, bro. Because if people need it, that means there's buying volume. Come on. You literally just said you don't worry about the buying volume because you buy stuff that has buying volume. That makes no fucking sense, bro. Come on. If you're going to be witty, be witty. Do you use virtual assistants to help you reprice? So currently, no, but we will be employing that in the future. Would you recommend this to scale your Amazon account? Definitely. If you do online arbitrage, you can use VAs to either buy the products for you, to create lists for you like tactical arbitrage, or to go through your lists, or to go through lists you got from other people, just to whittle it down so that you only have to look at 5 products instead of like 10 or 20 or 100. Do you have to have a reseller license? No, you don't. In America, we're blessed to be able to go into business as a sole proprietor with nothing but your social security number. We're basically born to make money in America. That's a funny thought. We're born to make money in America. It is. I feel like we are like products, and if we don't produce, like that's our job as products for our economy, is to produce. Let's see. Reezy, you're going to notice a big dip in YouTube revenue in February. See, the thing with that is that I don't. For reselling, for this niche, it doesn't go down. All other YouTubers, other niches, always goes down. But I get the same amount of watching as I would normally get, maybe even more, right after the new year. And on top of that, my CPM's not based on people's shopping habits. Do you know what I mean? Like, new year, new me, people might be going, new year, new me, I'm gonna become a reseller. I'm gonna buy that course, right? And if you're gonna become a reseller and buy that course, that means that people are there to sell you ads on my YouTube videos, and it actually means I'm gonna make more in January and February. I wish I could insert memes live, like that guy. You washed your hands. Nice job on the starter. Yeah, yesterday I pulled the starter out of my forklift because I didn't want to pay $350 for a new starter when I could get the starter refurbished for $100 locally. And I didn't want to pay $120 to have it taken out and put in. Did it my damn self. I've been trying to sell shoes on eBay and just get a ton of scammers. How can I sell my first sell? eBay has really good seller protection, you know what I mean? So, I mean, just sell it, and, you know, when they pay you, ship it to them. I don't really understand what's going on with you. 4D chess move, Reezy. I'm at work. What's up? We just talking money, Ryan. Same thing we always talking about. As, what does T.I. says? He says, I'm in the business of hustling, and if we ain't talking about money, homie, let's end the discussion. What do you think is the average max annual profit potential to resell exclusively by yourself without any assistance? I ask because I was in retail management prior to working for reselling myself. Great, Kevin. I know for a fact you could do $100,000 a year gross, and maybe even a couple $100,000, just depending on how hard you work, what your average sell price is, and obviously that's gross. So if depending on your margin, 100,000 gross could actually be more profit than 200,000 gross, right? So not super important to pay attention to gross numbers, but still is a great loose way to measure your productivity. And I do think that if you were about that life, you know, 40, 60, 80 hours a week, you could do a couple $100,000 a year on your own. There's lots of sellers in the reselling community that are solo that do very, very big numbers. It's just about your systems and getting it going. And even without employees, you could have virtual assistants that could help you get a lot more work done. So like you could be a one-man RA operation and OA operation, but you have a team of virtual assistants helping you find and buy items online and helping you also identify the items you should buy RA, retail arbitrage, and essentially giving you lists to go out and look for when you're out on the hunt. So Balta Leon says, how valuable has building a personal brand been for you? Extremely valuable. That's how I'm going to change, or that's how I am changing the world. So besides like monetary value, right? I make like over $5,000 a month on YouTube, right? So besides monetary value, it's so much more than that to me. It has changed my mindset, changed my heart, and changed the way I feel about everything. Before I started helping people, I was a selfish motherfucker, and I am not a selfish MRFer anymore. Like, I would rather give you guys $100 than make $100 myself. As long as you need it more than I do, I want you to have it. You know what I mean? So that's how I feel now, and You know what I mean? Like, it's just insane. I could talk about it for a couple hours, but helping people changed me, and I feel like I could do it for the rest of my life, and so that's what I'm trying to do. Like I'm not religious, you know what I mean? But if I ask myself, you know, why was I put here on the earth, or what my purpose is, it's definitely not to make money, you know what I mean? Like, but to help you make money, that is serious, right? Because when I was a kid, my parents could have really used my help, you know what I mean? Not, it was a different day and age or whatever, but what I'm saying is I can't go back in time and help little Reezy, you know what I mean? But I can help you right now, and you probably have kids too, and so for me, I feel like I'm helping the world, making the world a better place, 100%. You couldn't convince me otherwise. Where did you buy all those books? Paper recyclers and thrift stores. Just get on the phone and call everybody. Please smash the like button, guys. 160 people, and only 60 people have smashed the like button. So the other 100 of you, please hit the like button real quick. I appreciate it. It helps the video get suggested to more people. All that stuff. I know you would have pressed it if you remembered. You just forgot, right? So, reminder, message. Respect your content. Reezy wanted to know if you use QR codes in any of your marketing to spread affiliate links. Yes, QR codes are great. Use QR codes when you can, guys, because in IRL, in real life, in physical interactions, people can't click on a link. You can't click on a link on a piece of paper or on a poster, but a QR code, every phone now has it built into the camera. When the camera sees a QR code, it asks you to load it. It's beyond my mind why there is not QR codes on movie posters at the movie theater now. If you're listening, movie industry, put fucking QR codes on the movie poster so that when I'm in front of the theater, I can put my phone on it and boom, it loads the goddamn trailer. Surprise! Like, Jesus Christ. QR code on the movie trailer. Please do it, movie industry. Come on. I'm sorry for offending you, Illinois picker, but if you are trying to play like your original comment wasn't snooty, you're in denial, bro. You came with salt and you got salt, so don't be mad. Salt gets salt all day. Let's see if we got any more questions here. Have you had any sales yet on the new big warehouse investment? Yes, so we did send all the books off, and we are selling a good amount of books, not as much as we would like to sell. We might need to price more aggressively, but today we sold 2 MF books, one of which is a $30 MF book that I paid 5 cents for, so there you go. Let's see, Adam89 says, I want to sell a lot of my stuff to raise money so I can do retail arbitrage. Get it, man. Get rid of all that stuff. Quote-unquote stuff. Stepped away for a minute. Other than the Opticon Bluetooth scanner, what other scanner would you recommend? So, Brian Blanco, or anybody that's listening, in my link in bio, like on Instagram, it goes to Linktree. I have a link for a $40 Bluetooth scanner. So go to my Instagram, go to my bio. The second link on my Linktree is a $40 Bluetooth scanner that I recommend by a company called eYoYo, E-Y-O-Y-O. And don't be scared. It's not a laser Bluetooth. It's not a laser barcode scanner. It's a CCD imager, which means it sends like a little red rectangle. But it's only $40 and it's extremely affordable. The only difference between this scanner and a real laser scanner is the distance. You're only going to be able to scan from about 12 inches versus like 3 feet. It won't work in broad daylight. You won't be able to scan through glass cases at the thrift store. But for 40 bucks, it's amazing. And it has USB-C. Jason, I'm not doing RA shoes on the side at all because we're focusing on the bulk book warehouse. Abraham, do you have numbers on your haul? So for FBA, purely for FBA, those are the books that we thought were fast-moving enough or worth enough to be sent to FBA, even if they were slower. We sent in 2,200 books with an average profit of $3.10. That still does not account for the MF books or the book buyback books or the books we save for our own personal book sale, which we're going to be hosting once a month, or the kids' books that we held back for our kids' book program. So those numbers are not like super duper inclusive. I live in Florida and have converted my garage to a processing center. It gets hot and it's not climate controlled. Do you have your garage climate controlled? And if so, how much did it cost to do? It's not climate controlled, and so it's nothing we ever had to worry about. But where I live in Northern California, it's not humid at all. The only time I ever had to worry about the weather as far as book processing was one day after going to a giant library sale. We came back with about 1,000 books. We pulled them out of the car and we stacked them all on the floor and like called it a day and closed the garage. The problem was we stacked them at the front of the garage, and that day it freaking rainstorm came in and it rained like all hell. It rained for hours and hours and hours. So the next morning I wake up, I go into the garage to do work, and the books are wavy from absorbing moisture. I don't know why I like doing that so much. So the books were super wavy from absorbing moisture, and I was really, really scared. Every single one was like ruined. So we moved them to the back of the warehouse and we put a fan on them, and about 80 to 90% of them went back to completely normal. 10% we actually just sent in and sold as acceptable. But for the most part, we don't have real weather in California. It barely rains, right? What do we have, 290 days of sunshine a year? Brandon says, is it better to charge customers for shipping? It depends, Brandon. So on fast-moving items, you probably want to have free shipping and build the shipping into your item cost so that you can get more appeal to a customer, because an item that's the exact same price, including shipping, as another item that's exact same price and has free shipping, the free shipping one will always show up on top because it's just like a little bit more benefit. And also some people search just for items with free shipping, so you get another chance to show up in the search results. But for items that are slower moving, or items, it's safer to charge shipping calculated by weight on eBay because you're not going to get ripped off, right? You might even make a couple bucks on shipping sometimes, but be aware that might reduce your buying volume. Can I drop my packages off in the blue USPS boxes outside? You know what? I think some of them you can, but I think there's a rule. It's like 13 ounces or something that they don't want you putting it in the box. They want you to take it in, be on camera, tracking, whatever, all that stuff, right? It's so people aren't mailing kilos in the mail. Guaranteed. Reezy, thanks for all the content. Brand new at this and setting myself up. Any preferred apps worthwhile at the beginning? Yeah, use the Amazon Seller app. Just start with that. It's the only one that's free. Everything else is going to cost money. There is a good free eBay app called What's It Worth, or For What's It Worth. If you guys know the actual name, put it down in the thing, and maybe even the iTunes link or the Android link. I'll approve the thing later because it will get auto-blocked right now. But For What's It Worth, it's an eBay app. You can look up the sales. You can see the sell-through rate. It has more data than eBay itself. Super good. What are you doing with all the duds? We are giving them away for free to whoever will take them. Yo, Reezy, can I make you a jingle for the start of your videos? I got bars. Hell yeah, you can. Hell yeah, you can, especially since your name is Tommy Trillfigure. Tommy for your mommy. Get it. I can't wait. Send it to reezyresells@gmail.com. I'm super pumped to hear it. Don't come with no bullshit, bro. I'll let you know. Hey, Reezy, do you recommend the Doxy receipt and document scanner? So I have a bone to pick with that stupid thing, Richie. I bought it and I like it, or I liked it, but in less than 4 months of owning the damn thing, the internal battery completely died. So I have a mixed feeling on that, because now I can't use it unless it's plugged in with USB, whereas before I could charge it, pull it off, and then whenever I wanted, just grab it off the shelf, throw a document through there, and it would Wi-Fi to the computer, and everything would be hunky-dory. But now it only works when the USB cable's plugged in, because the onboard battery died in like 4 months. So Doxy, I got a bone to pick with you. If you happen to be watching. Is it... let's see. Hey, Reezy, just wanted to know what you use for email management or autoresponders. For email, we are using ConvertKit. And if you want to sign up for ConvertKit, please use my link because they have a hefty referral. And if someone's going to get it, might as well be your boy. Do you feel the bulk buy was worth it? I can't really tell you yet because it's one truckload's definitely not worth it. We're still trying to see if 4 a month will be worth it. And full disclosure, we're 20,000 down right now since we opened the bulk book warehouse last month. Deep question. Where do you see yourself at with Amazon and YouTube in 5 years? Fuck. I don't ever think that far ahead in my life. But I do not know. Maybe private label? Maybe wholesale? And as far as YouTube, I would like to be like the voice of reselling for a long time, if possible. Maybe I transition into motivation or social media stuff, or maybe the family channel takes off and I become a family vlogger. I honestly do not know, but I will promise you that I will try my best to take advantage of every single opportunity that comes my way. And a lot of them are coming my way lately. Should all first edition, first print books be listed as collectible? Probably, but don't list anything as collectible on Amazon, because on Amazon, no one buys the collectible condition books. No one even looks at them. They're invisible. It's literally like sending your book to die. If you have a collectible, rare, antiquarian, first edition book, you need to sell it on eBay. eBay. That's the spot. People aren't buying collectible books on Amazon unless they're buying them to flip them on eBay. Any online tools that helps find products online or in store? I hate wasting time scanning hundreds of products. Yeah, Matt, there's a great app called Tactical Arbitrage. And I have a link down below for a 14 or a 21-day free trial to Tactical Arbitrage. There's a lot of free trials down there for pretty cool software. I know I put a lot of links in the description, but I never put anything in there that I haven't used or currently used and that I don't believe in. So everything down there I believe in, and it's made by people you can trust. And they have free trials, so go check it out. If you don't like it, you don't make money, don't pay for it. If you do, keep going. For the course you've listed, would you recommend the eFlipper University or Bookselling 101? So the Book Flipper University is $200, and the Bookselling 101 course is only $97. So I do believe the $97 course is an extremely good value. It's freaking $100 and it can change your life. So if you want to pick up a book selling course, go to scanthatshit.com. Scanthatshit.com. Boom, that's my link. It'll send you to the $97 book course that will change your life. What did you say? Sorry, I've been on for an hour. Hey, best part, as soon as it ends, you can rewind that, John. When is the video with Gary Vee coming out? So the video with Gary Vee is going to come out next, right? So this is actually episode 99 of Reezytalks, live AMA. And Gary Vee is episode 100 of Reezytalks. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, you might have not known, but episode 100, which is the next episode of Reezytalks, has already been recorded. Unfortunately, not live, but recorded in Gary Vee's office with Gary Vee. So spoiler alert, Gary Vee is the guest 100 for Reezytalks. And if you've been following me long enough, you also know that I spoke that into existence. I be speaking stuff into existence. It's real, guys. And that's coming up next. If you know anyone in the reselling community using Linux as their operating system rather than Windows or iOS, no, nobody, not a chance. Most people are using cheap Windows machines or souped up Windows machines. Some people use Macs, but in my experience, you got to have a good Windows machine around if you want to be in the online business, because more of the software works better on Windows than it does on Mac. Is a pro seller beneficial to make, as a pro seller, is it beneficial to make it an LLC? So that has nothing to do with Amazon per se, but has to do with your own legal classification and limited liability, blah, blah, blah. I'm not a lawyer or a tax person or whatever, but I have heard that the LLC definition doesn't really protect you if the shit hits the fan. So I'm not sure, but the theory is that if your business went bankrupt as an LLC, they could only go after you for the amount of money that was in the business when you started it, not your personal funds. Correct me if I'm wrong, but otherwise there's no real benefit, and there is a fee annually to file as an LLC. What's actually really beneficial is to be an LLC that files as an S corporation. Because if you're an S corporation, you get to avoid the 15% self-employment tax, right? So then you do payroll, wages, and all that stuff on your wages. You give yourself a small as you can, reasonable wage, and then the rest you take out as draws. And the draws don't have the same payroll, Social Security, Medicare, all that stuff on them. The draws are tax-free as far as that 15% is concerned. Again, I'm not a CPA, so if you guys need a CPA, go to ecomcpa.com/Reezy, because that's going to be your best bet. That's who does my stuff. Tell Jeremy I sent you. Oh, wait, was that a question about Windows versus Mac? Are you saying that a Windows computer would be more beneficial than a Mac Pro? I think that in the online selling world, it would be better to have a powerful Windows computer, because much more of the software is designed to work with Windows. More of the users are window-based, and so when some softwares don't even have Mac counterparts, and other ones, the development is off-kilter. So like the Windows one is like 10 steps ahead behind the Mac one. They're never pushing along at the same steam. They can't. It probably costs more to develop for Mac, and there's less demand. If you ask me, I'm not a developer. I don't own a software company, but you ain't heard that from me. Anyways, guys, I'm going to call it a day. Thank you for joining me. Episode 99 of Reezytalks. Get ready for episode 100 featuring Gary V, because it's going to be bananas. I love you guys. Remember, if you ain't flipping, you slipping, and head over to Resells.com to pick up my intro to Amazon course. Because if you don't know about selling online, you will as soon as you get that. Have a good day, guys. Peace and blessings.